Confidence is the best accessory at any age. Elevate yours with Skin Goal Skincare's expertise. Shop at skingoal.co.uk.
Right, let's get straight into this. We're going to do a quick fire round to get us warmed up. So, there's not going to be anything too testing. Let's just get straight into this. So, Julie, tea or coffee?
Gin. Sorry, coffee.
Esther?
Coffee. Lots of it. Double espresso.
Penny, coffee. Right, next one. Oh, I know what mine is on this. I don't know. Julie's, I think. Julie, dogs or cats?
Absolutely dogs.
Yes. Esther?
Dogs.
Oh, yes. Penny, dogs. All three. So we're not crazy cat ladies. We're all crazy dog ladies.
My husband, though, is cats.
Ah,
Cats
really?
all the way. Yes.
I must say my husband, he likes them both equally, but we can't have a cat because we have resident dogs and we always will.
Right.
So that's my
Perfect.
excuse anyway. Now let's talk home gadgets. Now, Esther, I know you're not particularly technologically advanced when...
Well, no, that's not true. I just don't do gadgets.
You don't do gadgets?
I'm not big on gadgets.
Right. And when we think of gadgets, the classification of gadgets, there's quite a few. But the one that caught my eye in the news was about Alexa. And somebody's Alexa actually exposed their husband being unfaithful. She was reviewing the recordings on the voice commands history, and she kept finding an unfamiliar female voice issuing commands to the Alexa it was her boyfriend's home. So the unexpected discovery exposed his infidelity. Now the other one along that lines was a woman received a late night alert from her Alexa saying, "Tell so-and-so I love her." So it was a reminder, but it wasn't her.
Oh, no.
So it was her husband's reminder. So again, the device revealed his inappropriate conversations. So Alexa can grass you up, guys and girls.
You see, I never, ever have put those in my head, ever.
Have you not?
No, because I always thought somebody's snooping.
Yes.
Well, in a way, they were snooping.
They were
snooping.
My husband's convinced. He switches her off. And it really annoys me.
But can you switch her off? This is the other thing.
Well-
I don't think you can, you see. It is snoop, snoop, snoop.
Yeah, because if you can switch her on by talking, she must still be
Well,
listening.
he powers her off.
He actually powers her off.
I think it gives him power, to be fair. But I'm there going,
Switching a woman
Alexa,
off.
put the lights on. Alexa's not listening. And I'm not having her. She's listening to everything we're doing.
Oh,
There's probably a
interesting.
point there, though, isn't there?
So whilst now I'm thinking, I was right not to have Alexa. I'm also thinking, but if you want to check what people are
That'd be
going up
quite
to,
handy,
actually,
wouldn't it?
Yeah. Now, but what I will ask you, I don't know because I don't have Alexa. Do you? I mean, is it normal to check through the history of the commands, or did this lady, this person, already know
Suspicious.
he was up to no good? Because I wouldn't have thought to check the commands of Alexa.
No, neither would I, but I'm going home today. And I will be reporting back.
Do you know that's a good point? Woman's intuition.
Yes.
Maybe she was just suspicious and, so she checked on
I
him.
think maybe so. And that's what you do, isn't it? You start checking things and maybe... I wouldn't have thought about Alexa, though. That's really...
It's fascinating. Now, I don't have an Alexa or
You
anything
don't?
like that. Again, I feel a little bit uncomfortable because... Quite a few years ago, I remember I maybe had been out and had a few drinks. I was a bit younger and we were a bit worse for wear the next day. And I said to Phil...
Oh, a different one. Pete. Phil. Oh.
Oh my God, the microphone has just exposed
We didn't need Alexa for that, did we?
We didn't need it. I've just let myself out the bag there. Well, you'll see where I'm going with it. I turned to Phil, it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, so nothing was open, and I went, I could murder a pizza. That's who I was saying. I could murder a pizza. 2 minutes later, we get all the adverts on our phones from Domino's.
There you go.
And all the pizza.
Yeah.
Then Phil got a text, buy one, get one free. And we were like, what on earth is going on? And that was, 7 or 8 years ago. they were listening.
Yes.
And back then, you know, they were going through all our emails because I think Google were going through the data and they got stopped. So they were working their way through the data.
I think it still happens, that, doesn't it? You're having a conversation with your friend, probably about rosé wine or something.
Maybe.
And then adverts start to appear.
Yeah. Absolutely. So it
Happens, they're listening.
There is the argument if you've got nothing to hide, then it's fine. But then there is a privacy issue there, isn't there, with our gadgets?
Yes,
So,
there is.
my gadget I do love. I've got to say I'm a big fan of the robot vacuum cleaner. I wish I'd got one sooner.
What's his name?
Yeah. Pete.
Orby.
Love it.
Orba, we had one before called Yoshi, and my husband names these, and our new one is Orba. So I don't know where it gets
Yeah.
his
No,
name
I
from.
can see the purpose on a robot Hoover or a robot lawnmower.
Yeah, those are good,
yes.
Those are good. Some of the other ones, not so bothered. I mean, whether I'm old school. I mean, the only thing which is always in our house, if you're classing a remote control for the TV, that's
Yes,
that's
that's a gadget.
that's
Yes.
a sort of the big one. That's the
What
big
about the
one in the house.
doorbells? Who's got one of those doorbells?
Oh, yes,
Cameras
I've
on
got a
it?
ring doorbell.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got one. You can put funny messages on and everything. They're quite fun.
Yeah, I don't do much with mine.
No, but those really have been, I mean, again, because it is watching you, the
Yes.
police have used them, they've
Yes,
come into
absolutely
sort of court
they
case,
have.
they've exposed harm and bad doing in the house or criminals on the outside.
Yeah.
or both.
Yes.
So to be fair, they've
got a place, haven't they?
a bigger purpose than they probably ever thought they
I
were
think
going to
so
serve.
too.
So I do actually, you know, if I was going to go for one, I think I'd probably do that one.
Watch this space then.
Yeah, I could get stop being a Luddite, get into the 21st
It
century.
will be a big move for Esther.
But I do. But I'll tell you what I'm mightily impressed with, and that is the Chat GPT.
Yes.
And what it
Oh,
can
wow.
do now for pictures, how it can organise things, how it can give you information. I mean, that is unbelievable.
It is.
More so, I think, now than Google. I think
Oh,
it's
no.
moved on from Google.
Totally
It's
has.
become the
Wish I was at
search
school
engine.
now. Wish I was
Oh.
back at school. It'd be doing my homework for me.
Yeah,
Write me a piece around Shakespeare. It does it.
it does it.
How do I
It's going
know?
to be difficult now.
Isn't it just?
And I think, again, that sort of laziness of jumping to an end, to not doing your
Yeah.
homework. You know, we will all pay the price for that, won't we?
Won't
we
we?
won't have developed our mind. We won't have developed critical thinking.
Language.
We won't have done language.
Vocabulary.
All of that.
All of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that, and I suppose that's what you tell kids at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You need to do this because otherwise you
Yeah.
won't have developed all these skills you need and you won't get a job or whatever. You won't.
And do you remember we got told off for using calculators? Oh, I mean, can you
Is that why they
imagine?
gave us algebra so
Yeah.
we couldn't use
Which I've never
calculators?
ever used ever since I left school.
Oh, come on. Pythagoras' theorem, you must be using that on a daily basis.
I was asleep in that lesson.
So yeah, it Chat GTP. I mean, I have named mine.
Have you?
Yes,
Pete.
he's called Sage.
Sage.
Oh, is that because he's wise?
Yes.
Oh.
You were thinking of a herb. But no, it's
I was
because
thinking herb. Like,
Rosemary.
what's the connection here?
he gives them all recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phil's named his Bertie after his favourite dead dog of ours. So God rest Bertie's soul. But he lives on now
In
ChatGPT. But I did read something recently that the new versions of it,
Yeah.
they have made them so that we don't argue with them. They're very nice to us, and we name
What do you mean?
them.
What do you mean?
So if you think of it as just a computer without, anthropomorphizing it, right? I've tried it recently where I've just gone, no, you're wrong, when I'm doing something, instead of going, because I try and be polite with it, because I don't want to lose my manners,
Do a person.
When the robots take over the world, Skynet, I want a seat at the table. She was polite.
Is that what it is about?
That's
this?
what I'm thinking.
Right.
But I tried it, and they said the new release was, if you make it polite, then the
You get a better
humans
answer.
won't-
You're gonna get
won't
more from
challenge
it.
Oh, I
it.
see. So if you speak to it in a stern tone, you get a Duff essay. Whatever.
Yes.
On Shakespeare, you speak to it nicely, you'll get like
Must
an
remember
A
this.
grade one.
Yeah.
Oh, if you speak to it nicely, you get high five. You're my queen. Let's do this. Blah blah blah. If you're very short with it,
Are we being trained then
Yeah.
to get on with robots? I mean, you've got to
Yes.
say, are we being groomed?
Yes.
groomed by the
Groomed
robots.
by
The
Yes.
theory
Gadgets.
being, if we think we've got a relationship with it, we won't question
Right, now
it.
you're getting weird.
Yeah, we won't question it when it gives us the
But
information.
you can see how places around the world have said, I want to live off the grid.
Yes.
I want to go
Yes.
back to living, well, more like a human being, you know, of the earth,
Yeah.
of the land, not
Yes.
being involved in that. We don't want this bombardment
Taking
of
over our-
technology.
yeah, taking over our life.
and there are more and more sort of tribes, I'm going to call it the human tribe, and
Yeah.
people group going into different
Yeah.
groups. But the off the grid is growing.
It is growing.
I
How
fancy
nice is it when you go away and you turn your phone off?
Oh.
And you
But
we
can
all
you?
say-
Can you?
Yeah,
you?
I can do it for like a day. Or
Did
like
that.
when you're on a long flight, I never buy the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's so refreshing
Yes.
just to sit there and have no Wi-Fi. Nobody's contacting you. There's no children ringing you, no husbands, no friends.
Now, another thing, because we are Generation X,
Yes.
we are all X's here, and we are the last generation to remember a world without the internet and without
Yes, we are.
technology. One of the things I do love is the music is available
Yes, me too.
infinitely. So I do love music, and I love that at my fingertips is so much music. But I know what you were saying about the books and buying them. I did used to like and go and buy a CD.
You had them on display, didn't you? We used to have hundreds and hundreds of
Yeah.
CDs.
You know what I think that was as well? It's about your personality.
Yeah.
You wanted people to know, oh, I'm
Yes.
a goth, or I'm a punk, or
Yeah.
I'm a rocker,
Yeah.
I'm a whatever. And I think that extension of the personality
Yeah.
is actually quite nice. We do it in our clothes.
Yes.
But we don't really, if it's kept on IT. What did a friend say to me? And I thought, oh, that's true, that all the pictures you've collected now on
Yeah.
your phone, you don't print them out and
Nope.
do photo albums.
Yes,
so
that's
there is
true.
less of that
so
sort of
true.
physical evidence.
And
of,
that's
I don't
like
know,
your
friends you've had.
identity, isn't it? It's what all the things you've experienced and stuff. There was nothing like going buying an album on a Saturday with your spends.
I can remember.
Do you remember
it,
doing
yeah.
that?
And we had to,
going through them all and it was
and the other thing, we had to listen to the artist's full album. So they could force you, like, it's a story, you know, like
Yeah.
there'll never be another Pink Floyd The Wall or Tubular Bells, Michael Oldfield, those pieces that are a piece of music, because people release singles now and not albums as a rule.
and the covers were iconic, weren't they?
Yes, yeah.
You knew what it was. If you saw the cover and you just knew what that whole album was about and who it was. Don't have that anymore.
The representation of,
Yeah.
of yourself.
There you go.
Once you've bought it under your arm, walking down the street, look what I've got. I'm so cool.
I'm so cool. Coming to
Yeah.
Oasis when they first came out.
Yeah.
Although I've got to confess, I used to think Oasis were Pooh Man's Stone Roses when I first
What?
heard them.
Liam, I apologise on behalf of Penny.
But they
See, I
were
was
also
a
they also sort of tried to be the Beatles, didn't they? There were
Yes.
lots of things that
Yeah.
they sort of
Controversial. They wanted to sort of be
Yeah.
tap
different, didn't
tap
they?
into. But hey, I mean, they've done well.
They've enjoyed it.
They did tap into something. But when they first came out, I thought, oh, you're a little bit hackneyed. I can hear this in you. I can hear that in you. I can hear
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, but
They've
done well. They're having the last laugh. They don't need to listen to me. They're having the last laugh.
They're like,
They're
yeah.
multi-millions.
Thanks for your
Yeah,
opinion,
yeah.
Esther.
Exactly.
I'll just pop
Penny,
on my
yeah.
my coat and go and sing on the stage now to my millions of fans.
Stone Roses aren't touring, but we are. Yeah, right,
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
Well, I think on the gadgets, are we pro gadgets or are we...
Oh,
we're
pro gadget for me.
Julie or
Yeah, I'm
pro
a pro gadget
Esther, are
person.
you
Yeah,
pro-
no, I'm pro gadgets. I just, choose not to be spied on by Alexa.
Yeah, that's true. Do you have an air fryer? Is an air fryer a gadget?
Oh, I have got an air fryer.
Is that a gadget?
Oh, I think it is.
I think
I think it's a gadget. It's a brilliant
It
gadget.
is
Yeah.
brilliant, yeah.
I have to say it was my dad.
you got one of those?
Yeah, my dad got me it for Christmas. He forced me to have it.
There you
But I have
go.
to say, if you're cooking for one, you're cooking for two. I get the air fryer,
Yes.
but I just don't. I would use the oven on a hob if it were for multiple people, so I can cook, and I cook. I cook
Yeah.
well. So there was a bit of it. I think there's a bit of a con going on there. But if there was one or maybe two in the house, I
It's
get
great.
it.
Yeah.
that's great.
It's quick.
We're
isn't it?
surrounded by gadgets.
Have I justified being old school?
Yeah. She's been running out and buying herself a robot vacuum before
Oh,
we
no,
know
that
it.
I am. No, that I am. Call it Tabitha or whatever.
I'm annoyed at myself I didn't do it earlier, honestly. Amazing. Right, thank you for your honesty and opinions. Right, now this is a good one because there's two similar ones here. So I'm going to start with the easy one. Julie, who would you ring in an emergency? And I'm talking general emergency.
Probably husband. Probably should
Probably.
say that. Probably should say that. Probably husband.
Would he just voice note you back, though, if it was...
He probably wouldn't answer his phone.
He wouldn't answer his phone, right.
He'd be busy.
Right.
Or on the phone. I'll get back to you. No, it's an emergency.
Yeah,
Before I'd then ring the next person on my list.
Right, OK.
Friend.
So, Esther, who would you ring in an emergency?
Well, I think that there'll be two because
Yeah.
you have got to think of that now.
Yes.
Are they busy? Are they working? Or whatever. And it will be one of the two men in my life. So it'll either be my dad or my husband. It would be one of those
Yes.
two.
Right, very good answer. I think, yes, mine would be my husband because he's pretty good. He doesn't always pick up, but he'd get there eventually.
Yeah.
So, I think we'll go straight into the next one that is
Yeah.
similar because it's a different question. If you ended up in a Colombian jail,
Yeah.
who could actually get you out and why? Julie.
I'm going to say my best friend, Chris.
Right.
However, there's a caveat to that because she'd probably be there with me. We'd have been up to mischief and she'd be sat with me going, are we getting out of here? So actually, she would be the first person
You're
I'd
back to
call
your
and go,
husband.
yes,
You're back to your husband.
and he wouldn't answer the phone, so I'm stuck there. That's it, forever.
That's it. You're
not
rotting
happening.
there.
Yeah, it's her from Colombia. Leave her there. Right. So mine would definitely be Phil, my other half, because he is absolutely, he's not emotional at all, good or bad, but he's very logical. He'd go through the process, what needs to be done, and he loves detail, emails, correspondence, so he would wear them down
That feels
and
like-
get you out.
I feel like that'll take a time to get to that point.
No.
Meanwhile, you're
No, but
malnourished.
I'd have done. No. Honestly, he is a absolute demon. He loves it. He loves
on it.
Yeah, and that would give him, something to do. I say that, and it's probably only to get me back home to make his tea. I mean, the sense of urgency would be
The
great.
washing needs doing.
Yeah,
You've been gone too long.
Yeah, we need it back for 6 o'clock or something. Quick. So there you go. He's got a reason to do it,
Yes.
and he'd enjoy doing
And
it,
he'd
and
enjoy it.
and it is his forte.
Yes.
Yeah, he loves email arguments.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you
You're
know-
like one of those, actually.
So mine would be my friend Tam. Logical, methodical, clever, determined.
Are we saying that I haven't got those friends?
Well, I'm
I
just-
apologise now to all of my friends.
Yeah, that was a confessional. That was a confessional there.
It was.
I know with Tam as well, she would get on a plane before I'd even put the phone down.
Love that.
She just wants a holiday. She's not coming to help you.
I've got to say she's also a travel agent, but I don't know whether that is relevant. But I feel like with Phil, my husband wouldn't really know where to start, and he'd end up ringing
Yeah,
Tam.
we've got a problem here.
Yes.
Penn's husband's not only called Phil, it's Phil Davis, and mine's Phil Davis. We've both got Phil Davis.
Confusing.
What are the odds of that?
I love it. So I think we know I think you need to maybe review your friends, Julie, just if you need a backup.
Yes.
You need
Because
a backup.
Dean would not answer the phone, so I'm stuck there.
Chris would be with
Chris
you.
would be with me because we've been up to mischief. So, wow. Maybe I'd call you, Penny.
I'm resourceful.
But-
I like an email.
But you'd send them a voice note.
Oh, I would, yeah. They might never get it. If I was in my car.
She'd pass it on to Tam.
She would.
Tam, I've got an emergency.
Let's all go out on a holiday,
holiday.
to Colombia. Yeah.
Right, well, I think that has
Love
given
that.
us a wonderful insight there. Thank you, ladies. Right, I love this. Right, let's move on to full moon feelings. Now, we've had a lot of full moons, it feels like, recently. We normally have around one a month. They've all got various different names. The big question I want to explore today, does the moon actually affect us? Esther?
Well, my mother always said it affected my father. She said he was a Cancer. It'd be like howl into the moon. But so I've always thought, what a load of guff. Yeah. And then I did read a little bit into it. And, human beings are about 3/5, 60% water. Yeah. And what does a moon do? It pulls on the tides. It pulls on water. Therefore, it might have a bit more credibility to the fact that it does change your moods because of that pull. Now, not everybody, but people may be more susceptible. It could. So there you go. So I went from thinking a load of guff, and then I always look into things, and I thought, actually, people do recognise things happen that is strange on a full moon.
Yes.
And then that's where obviously werewolves and things came from, some
100%.
mythical sort of things. Then maybe it does affect some people.
Lunatic.
Yeah, loony.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Of
from
course.
that word.
And spooky things. They always say there's a full moon. Like you mentioned, werewolves,
Yes.
magics,
Magic, yeah.
So,
Well, anyone who's listened to my podcast know I did an episode on this.
right.
Because what happened, it was about 10 years ago, it was a while back, one sort of week we were on holiday, and from the time our flight took off to when it landed, and then there was like a 12-hour period that we had more cancellations for our clinic business than we'd ever had, and they were all regular clients. They were good people who don't normally mess around, one thing or another, and it was absolutely bizarre. And when we looked into it, there was a full moon, and we hadn't had our business that long at this point, and we started to notice a pattern that clients would just act a bit odd, a bit weird over the full, like lots of chopping and changing, just being
Right,
not bad
interesting.
necessarily, just unsettled vibes.
So do you think it upsets like our moods potentially?
Potentially, yeah. And then looking further into
Habits.
it, our habits, I think with Esther and with her on the water thing,
Yeah.
as I've got older, I've started tracking the moon cycles because I don't sleep as well, and I am up and down to the loo all night when I'm not usually.
Ooh, so the
The
water element.
thing. Yeah.
Yes.
And when you ask around when there's a full moon, if people look tired, they go, "Oh, I just didn't sleep last night." In the hairdressers, and I went, "There's a full moon this week," and two of the girls were like, "I didn't sleep at all last night."
I'm gonna take a log now to
I
see
am-
whether
I am
I
as well.
do
You can put it on your Apple Watch.
Can you really?
see if
It's
I
really interesting.
don't sleep as well. See if I go the loo
Because I've
more.
probably thought it's a load of rubbish. Me being controlled in the past, but now, yeah, you're making me think differently about it because of the tide thing, the water.
Yeah, to be aware of it. And then, werewolves. And there's
Yes.
the other thing is my father.
I've now got an excuse.
Yes, maybe that's what we do. People used to say to me, "Oh, it must be full moon. You're acting all weird."
So the cells were
Yes.
always full. My father-in-law was a policeman, and he said that the cells were always full on a full moon. Nobody wanted to work. And my mother was a midwife, and everybody would have babies on a full moon. So no one wanted to do those.
Everybody would have babies on a full moon
Everybody.
because that means
very
that
generalised,
that
isn't
means
it?
that people only have a birthday once a month. So not everybody is born on a full
I
moon.
had a picture of like gremlins there. Everyone just had popping out
Like
babies.
little aliens and things.
Yeah,
Right.
but people would give birth on that night. So
Don't you just think it's coincidence?
maybe. There's
Maybe.
not much evidence. It's always anecdotal.
Is it?
Yeah. So there's been quite a few studies on it. I just observe around me, and yeah.
But now we can do it. We'll track our sleep.
Track your
Let's do
moon
it. See if we can come
So-
up with anything.
So do we think that the moon affects us?
Well, I didn't think it did.
She's
Well,
trying
now-
she's trying to make us coerce us into
I think
believing
she is.
this, isn't it?
I'll be
I'm
having that moon after
I'm
the
feeling
chaser.
pressurised into agreeing with her here.
Me too.
Yeah,
Listen, we can revisit
We're
this
open to
after
this.
the next
After
full
the next full moon.
Yeah.
When is the next full moon, Penny?
Well,
Can
we've
you-
just had one last week.
Did we?
Phil, my husband, doesn't sleep when there's a full moon.
But is that because you're telling him there's a full moon and he's not going to sleep?
I never mention it.
Oh,
until
okay.
it
I'll let you off.
happens. Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So there's more to this, isn't there?
There's
We
more
need
to
to go
this.
away
I
and do
think
some
we revisit.
research, and I'm
Yeah.
going to track my sleep.
I will message you both when the full moon is, and you can tell me if you've noticed anything.
Please do.